Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over the flu season event in which Snothelm and the giant Toadstool are added to the game, so let's go over to them. Of course, Snothelm is yet again another goblin. We might be seeing the coming back of some goblin teams now that the Nobin brothers got buffed, and now Snothelm has now been added to the game. He is a pretty interesting disabling troop. For one, he can actually do some damage, but on top of that, he can also web and entangle an enemy, and even gains an extra turn just like all the other goblins on top of that. But web and entangle, web ends up reducing their magic to 0, and entangle ends up reducing their attack to 0. So whoever you use this on, most likely the first troop, since entangle, but whoever you use this on will pretty much not be able to do anything. The only thing they can really do is with their whatever they're casted, because they'll have 0 magic, but as long as everything else on their ability that doesn't actually scale off of magic will still of course trigger. This just makes it whatever scales off the magic to not work as well. For example, if Snothelm himself was actually entangled, he wouldn't have any of that magic, which means he would only do 3 damage, but he would still web, entangle, and gain his extra turn. As far as traits, they're pretty abysmal. I still traded them just so we can see it. The virulence, in which he does twice damage to diseased enemies, there currently isn't really any setup really in the game that you could easily do that with Snothelm, so that pretty much becomes useless. Immune to disease is also pretty useless, since very few things really use disease. Plague is about the only thing you would really see for the most part that really gets used that has the ability to disease, and even if you wanted to try using Snothelm with Plague, the problem with that is they both use the exact same color, so you'll have a little bit of a mana conflict there. And then that only leaves Armored, which is just 25%, of course, of any of the skull resisting traits. It is one of the weaker, but he is really good in all goblin teams, so and he is an epic, so a little bit harder to trade up and everything. Luckily, you definitely don't need its traits, so that somewhat balances out in that way. But you might want to get some of the swamp trade stones, so you'll need that for Mercy, you'll need that for Web Spinner, and a few other key troops in the game. Those are the main 2 though. Oh, and Druid. You would need them for. And then the giant Toadstool, or the giant troll stool as I call it. It is pretty much useless from what I have tested with it so far. You still want to get it and level it up though, because if someone else is using a giant Toadstool, they'll just be able to convert you into a Toadstool, as with his ability. It creates 7 gems of a chosen enemy's mana. This only means you get to choose an enemy. It does a random one based on their mana. You don't actually get to choose what mana on the enemy that you choose that it actually goes into. It's a random one based on what they have. So if they have 2 manas, it'll do a random one of those 2. If they have 3, it'll do a random one of those 3. If they have all 6, like Prismatic Orb or something, it'll do a random one of all those 6. Or if they only have 1, it'll have a 100% chance of creating 7 gems of that color. But it does have a 20% chance to then transform them into a giant Toadstool, which is itself, which is why you actually do need to get a Toadstool, even though it is kind of useless. In case someone else is using a Toadstool, you'll need to have yours leveled, just so when they transform you into a Toadstool, your Toadstool won't be like completely one-shot out. So you will need that. As far as traits, they're pretty bad. I don't even get the 3rd trait. Venomous I tend to stay away from on troops, mainly because, especially if it's their last trait, mainly because it actually makes many troops weaker, not stronger in the late game, since things like Frenzy, things like Humility, things like Orb Weaver fully traded, these kind of things can trigger off of the poison, which is not good. So normally I just don't even trait any troops that have poison on their last trait. And as far as the other ones, as far as when you convert something over into this, they won't trigger. They'll only trigger at the beginning of the game. So having a giant Toadstool, at least these will trigger initially. Maybe you could put one on your defend team just to kind of troll the enemy. But other than that, you really don't need a giant Toadstool. Just get like one of them or a few like I did. I got it to rare. It is a common, but I got it up to rare. But just level it up some, just in case someone else is using it, and then pretty much never use it for the most part. I will be showing the team, of course, with it still, but before I do, let me go and do the redeem code RYPUKNQ6EX, and that gives the normal reward of True Treasure Map, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And these are for the first 250 people, and I do give them out every single day now, so we have those. Consoles, you'll be getting them soonish. As soon as PS4 gets them, I'll be able to give both PS4 and Xbox codes as well. But anyways, let's get over to some teams. Let's see. Let's go. Paladin. Let's move over to our Snothelm team first. I will be showing a Nobin brother team too. Not in this specific video. I did it on the stream last Friday or Saturday, whenever it was. But there are quite a few good Nobin brother teams, and I'm probably going to dedicate a whole video to that later in this week, now that he got buffed in 2.15 of the game. So let's start off with the Stir Snothelm. I'm actually going double red, yellow with a -1 brown. This is mainly because of our Goblin Rocket. Goblin Rocket is by far the best goblin in the entire game. It has such excessively high board control, and you can get mana from it, and it damages, and just everything about it is actually just outstandingly good. So we're going to be doing that, taking skulls right off the bat. He does, Snothelm does have a decent starting attack, as you can see. He's up to 32 with all my bonuses and everything. My mana starting off, I'll definitely want to focus primarily on reds and yellows if I can. Trying for an extra turn there. Now he's just going to deny my yellow. He gives a skull in return, so that doesn't matter too much. He does have a paladin up, and I don't actually have any way of being able to damage him right now, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I'll take these yellows. Doesn't matter too much if he takes some skulls on us. Hopefully we'll even get a red fall right there. Nope, but we can still take the extra turn, get some other mana, and now we are good to start going. Before I do, let's see, do we take the skull or not? He'll survive because of armored. I guess I'll take it. And then we'll start on Bombot and everything else. I'll probably actually do the, whoa, that's a lot of damage. I'll do the Goblin Shaman first. We'll get that down. We automatically get an extra turn, so we'll easily be able to use that. Now I just need to find anywhere where we can actually use this Bombot, Goblin Rocket. They're both a construct, or a mech, whatever. Yeah, they're both a mech. But yeah, normally whenever you use this, you do want to try to get as much mana as you possibly can. I do see, though, that there is basically no good option to do this on right now, which is a bit unfortunate. So, let's see. Yep, let's just do it right there, then take the reds afterwards, and that should be most of our mana back if it surges. So we'll just take that. There we go, perfect. Actually, even if that didn't surge, that would have been all the mana we need. So, from here, we'll definitely take that skull, get him out, especially now that he has that cast, do it before he can get any of that off, and then next turn we'll just keep going with the Goblin Rocket and keep setting up. We haven't even casted our Sir Snothelm yet, but we will soon. Just really need to set up for it first, like that. There we go, perfect. So now we'll actually be able to counter him with it. Of course, this will only stop his magic. He's still going to do quite a bit of damage between everything else. As you can see, he's at 0-0, but it's boosted by armor, so he's still going to be doing 10 damage. From the fact that he still has the armor. So it doesn't really stop abilities completely, but it definitely does help a lot in being able to negate a good amount of their effect. And again, there doesn't really appear to be too much I can do for an explosion. So I'll just do it, let's see, right up there. We'll take the brown. Hopefully get a surge on it. Nope. Okay. So we'll just follow it up with hopefully some reds. Let's see. Do it there, hopefully get a yellow. Nope. Well, we'll hope next red we can just take that out. That's not going to be too much damage, only 11 because he got the reinforced for the extra one. So pretty good position now. It's not looping as much. I actually do have to say, from testing this a bit earlier, I actually find this, even though Sir Snothelm is kind of good, in an all goblin team I still find the Boar Rider to be slightly better than him. Mainly because he doesn't really have anything that touches the board. He only disables their attack and web, and their magic, which is a really strong disable. It's just it doesn't really have any purposes other than the disable itself. So right here, let's see, we're going to do this. I believe that's enough explosion mana that we, nope. I never know how that 70% on explosion rounds sometimes can be annoying. Because we exploded 5. I assumed it would round up, but we rounded down, so now we're 1 mana short on our Goblin Shaman, so we'll just use that, get some more HP, get some more greens on the board, and we should be able to get an ability up from that. Otherwise, we'll just take red or something. Or not. It covers right over the red, unfortunately. So we'll have to go for Snothelm again. He'll just keep tapping us with his very little bit of damage. Oh, he did get the web off, though, so he can use his magic once again, which is also somewhat unfortunate, but there's no way he can really win at this point. He is using the Paladin team, and once that Templar goes down in the triple Paladin team, there's not much the team can really do. So I have not been able to get a single really good Goblin Rocket cast off this match. We'll get that for the skull. But we haven't really gotten any like huge mana bursts from it yet. But tapping it down will still do the same exact thing. Just keep hitting it with all these goblins, all these extra turns, and they'll eventually just fall. We could take the purples and hope for a blue there, which would be an extra turn. Or let me use this first. We automatically have an extra turn. Whenever you have a goblin up, you normally want to use it before you take anything on the board. Even if you don't think they're going to get mana, you might get a cascade or something, and that'll just give you a huge amount of mana. I don't think I'm going to gamble it. I'll just take the straight red just to start getting our goblin rocket back up. So just keep taking mana. Let's see. Oh, it would have been a purple too. Wow. It actually would have been the right color if I would have taken it earlier. So that was a slight mistake. But of course, that was only like a 1 in 7 chance. So not really worth risking it there. And yeah, so that's already the match. We just need to get a single, there we go. There we go, there's a single hit. But yeah, there's Snothelm. He's mainly a disabler. I would actually say he'd be good in non-goblin teams. You might even be able to use him pretty well in an all-knight team and stuff like that. Though the all-goblin team with the extra turn spam is probably still the better bet, since he can also get the kingdom bonus as well. We were getting a lot of bonuses from using that team, like a huge amount. Like we're getting both of them. We're getting, look at that, 4 life or 5 life, 5 armor, and 4 attack total. So a little bit of everything offensively other than the magic, but they don't really need too much magic. So yeah, that ended up working pretty good. And now for something that will not work any good, really good, the giant Toadstool. I was trying this for about an hour. I couldn't find a single team that is really working with it. I tried it with Yarl, I tried it with Prismatic Orb, I tried it with quite a few different variants. I've ended up just going with the Gob Chomper. Main reason for this is he does have Empowered, and he does hit double damage versus any monsters, and the giant Toadstool can create them into a monster. It also worked pretty good against this Corvash and helping take that out. Siren is pretty mandatory though, fully traded Siren I would think to use with a giant Toadstool, because if you convert one of them to Toadstool, you can then just keep casting a Siren on it, which can loop pretty much endlessly. So we're going to try this. We're doing it on double green so we can get our giant spider up quicker. We could even use something like a Gorgoltha here, but probably not against this kind of team. Mainly because of the Emperor Corvash. He's just going to stun us anyway, so we wouldn't get much benefit out of the Gorgoltha. The first target I'm probably going to aim on this team right here is for the Draculus. I feel like that's probably going to be the biggest threat. Not so worried about the Corvash. If anything, we can just kill it out with our Gob Chomper, which can also double as a monster counter, which the Corvash is. So we should be fine on that. My actual main worry might actually be the Mercy too. Not much I can really do to stop it from converting out the color that I need. But we'll do that. We can start getting our first spores down if we want, which I think I'm going to do if there's no other moves. I'm thinking about taking Skulls though. Mercy won't really do much. It'll do a lot of healing. Okay, there we go. So it's going to do that all on Corvash. Unfortunately, that is a lot of heal. Wow. That's about as much, or not as much damage, but about half the damage that I'm about to do with this cast is how much he just healed for. So we'll hit that down. I do want to kill out that Corvash as soon as possible. That's definitely going to be good. So let's start sporing now. Let's take our blues, and then as long as the board is clear. Oh, okay, we didn't get that extra turn. Okay, now that the board is clear, let's do this. Yeah, let's do it right on the Draculus. Come on, convert. Nope. I got lucky the first time I was testing it and it converted, but I've been having some pretty bad luck now. 20% is actually pretty small. Also, he doesn't have any purple on the team until we can actually get that convert off. Normally, right now, I would use a Siren on something that has purple, which of course I cannot do since he does not have. So I guess I'll just hit the Draculus directly. Might actually been better to hit the Corvash directly there, so he doesn't stun us and everything like that. He's low enough, but I figured another Gob Chomper would be enough for that, so no need to overcommit on him if we can just one-shot him with a Gob Chomper. Just need yellow or brown mana and we can kill the Corvash. I do want to rush that though to make sure he doesn't actually get off his Corvash, because of course that will stun them, that will drain them. Stun isn't that big, but that drain definitely will be. So there he goes, wasting his turn for some true damage. We can take that 2 more times before we even lose a troop. So I'm not too worried about that yet, but that will be the end of us later in this match if we don't watch. So we'll do that, kill out his Corvash, and now hopefully we can start converting it out. If we happen to lose our our Gob Chomper. We will be replacing it with little spiders, so that will help us some. Even if he somehow gets a Toadstool and starts converting us to Toadstools, as long as we keep our giant spider, we'll still be able to keep our board up to all troops. So we'll just take right here. We don't need it. Get that out of the way. Get some skulls. We do need to try taking skulls whenever we can, as this team doesn't have too many kill options. So we do need to focus on those. And there goes the Draculus again. He needs to be converted now. He needs to right now be converted. Go, please. Okay, we'll have to try again. We'll get him. The 20% chance. We'll get him. We'll get him before he dies. Otherwise, that's not good. Okay, we'll take some brown here, I guess. Need to get my giant spider up. That'll take at least 2 turns. If I can get a green surge and then something else, like any blue, we should be good. Okay, so now I need either a green pier or a blue surge. This won't be enough mana, but it is a safe turn, so we'll do that. And now we are 1 mana short. I don't know for sure if I should take the skulls or not. Because any turn that I'm not really taking mana that I need, he does this more for him to get Draculus or a Valkyrie to feed his Draculus up, which is not going to be good. Okay, brown, we got Gob Trumper up. Not really going to help us that much in this instance, though. I guess I can kill out the Valkyrie, so okay, maybe it will help us some. That'll be the last shot to kill the Valkyrie. So I lied. That actually is very, very useful. So we'll kill out the Valkyrie right there, and now we need that convert on Draculus. He's at 166 HP. This team has nothing that can directly hurt that, so we need that convert. The only thing we really have to do with this team is get that convert off, and we can kill him. But that's only a 20% chance. We'll have to probably cast it a couple times before we can actually get it to trigger. Plus, he's not using any of the mana we really need. Or actually, I guess green or blue is. Red we do not, though. Or at least until we lose our Gob Chomper. So we'll try this. Come on, convert, convert. Oh, another miss. Luckily, he did green. We are on +2 banner on green. So we will be able to get a bunch more for that. Let's see. We'll take that, get some purple. Oh, there we go. Very nice, very nice. Now to get a convert off of red, which we don't need, though. Oh, this is our last chance. If it doesn't happen now, it dies. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, now, actually, he'll take skulls, so we'll have at least 1 more chance after this. Actually, we might have a few more chances with how congested this board is with purples. Okay, wow. Or with skulls, I mean. Okay. Please convert. No! Luckily, he'll waste a turn or 2. He still has a turn or 2 to waste on skulls, or not. Oh, yes, he still has 2 more to waste, as long as we get good boards. Come on. Spore him. Spore him. Also, yeah, you really never need to use this troop, by the way. I think I already mentioned that, but it's pretty useless. Spore him! Okay, we get 1 more shot with this. Or maybe 1 more shot. I don't even know. No, we don't. He'll kill it with the next skull. And there's no mana I can do. Actually, I could. I could gamble. I could gamble and hope it does green. Go, green! Dun-dun-dun-dun. We actually got it. Wow, okay. Does that mean we're going to get the spore? Okay, let's see. Purple, I mean, blue won't be enough. I might have to use this on green, which is... I absolutely do not want to have to use this on green. Let me see. Okay, let's not use on green. Let's do it on blue. We'll do it there. That won't be enough mana, but that will protect us from skulls. So we'll finally be able to get the spore off, but it'll also give us this, which will give us enough mana to actually cast again. Let's see. Yellow, yellow. Is there no extra turn? All of the purple in this board, and there's no extra turn off it, other than green, but I don't want to have to convert out green. So I might have to. I want the extra turn. I want the extra turn enough that I think I'm going to go for the green convert. Very bad move there, but, ooh, I just gave it skulls too. So there we go. Got it poisoned. We got the 189 HP poisoned, so progress. Nope. Come on now, spores. Come on. 20% chance. All I'm asking for is 1 convert. Okay, so we'll have to take some purples now. He'll take more skulls. We can keep baiting those out. I need him not to cast his ability, which I don't think I can actually avoid. Only thing I can really have happen here is if we get blue. That's the only way we're going to be able to spore him. Yeah. So we'll do that. Come on, blue. Oh, still, that wasn't blue, but that was what I needed. So there we go. We got one more chance. Okay, if it doesn't work this time, it's over. Well, it's not really over, but I've lost all faith in this troop. I've already lost all faith in this troop, but just come on, just give us a convert. Aw, if only the skulls would have stayed there. Oh wait, maybe we can make skulls. Come on, skull, come. Yes, perfect. Okay, wow, this is ridiculous. Come on, convert him. 204 HP. Convert him. How many times do we have to cast this? Okay. Purple won't work. Oh no. Red. I don't know if red's enough mana though. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, red is enough mana. Sweet. We'll do that. Now come down. Or never mind. I didn't see that purple there. Would have done it regardless of that cascade. Okay. 212 HP. There's no skulls either. So this either has to do it. This has to finally do it, or he's going to kill our spore and we're not going to be able to get it. 20% chance. I think this is our 7th, 8th cast. As you can see, pretty unlucky. Please, do it. Epic music in the background. Help us. Go. Ah, wait. Oh, green. We're still in this. We're still in this. This is ridiculous. Come on. Come on. I can't believe what's happening right now. This is absolutely ridiculous. Come on, skull. Nope, okay. Okay, how can I take this to get a skull somewhere? There, perfect, okay. We still have a chance. We still have a chance to convert him in. Go. Finally! We did it! We did it! We have converted him after like 10 casts into a giant toadstool, so now we can easily kill him. All that just to get that to happen. Okay, we got this. So now we'll be able to use Siren. We'll get an extra turn off the purple, and we go from there. Or we better get an extra turn. Come on. There we go. Perfect. So that's how you're supposed to use this team, and then you just get Siren looping on it and kill it like crazy. You just keep getting your Siren up over and over and over again. That was supposed to happen about like 5 minutes ago. Oh, that I don't even know what just happened. Do we try it again? Watch. Oh wait, no. Should I? No, I'll just take skulls. No point in doing it. We'll just Siren it. My luck, if I did that now, it'll actually convert it over, and then it'll make it even stronger because of that. Oh no, we'll try it once. We'll try it once. Only once. Also, happy Halloween, everyone! Forgot to mention that. It is the 31st. It is Halloween, after all. Let's see. I'm not really doing anything for it, though. Of course you wouldn't. No, that wasn't that, but of course it wouldn't convert that out. So, we'll just Siren it. Get some more purple mana. We'll convert that over, and then it should pretty much be the match. Obviously, from how long the spore thing took, that was a lot longer than it needs to. But as you can see, we just took out a mythic with like over 200 HP just by converting it over. So it does have a slight purpose. It's just the chance of it is so low that it doesn't feel like it ever happens. As you can see with what just happened. But yeah, all we really need now is this to be green, 50% chance. Of course it's not, but we got Giant Spider at least, so we'll... Oh, very nice extra turn on top of that too. So let's just do this on brown, get our Siren back up, and that will be the kill. Yeah, so there we go. Boom. Siren kill. And there we go, right on green too. We could even kept looping. He would have more green there, had every spell up. So yeah, those are the 2 new troops. As far as they go, get the Toadstool just to level it up, but never use it. You need it leveled just so in case someone else uses a Toadstool, just so that you don't have like a weak Toadstool on your team. There's Sir Snothelm, definitely good with some Goblin teams. Might try it with some Knight teams later this week as well. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful Halloween too, and safe. Be safe out there. I never like trick-or-treating too much, mainly because I'm allergic to nuts. So any kind of whenever I go trick-or-treating, I can't have like 90% of the stuff I even get. So there's really no point in me trick-or-treating unless it's like some kind of party in which I would like dress up for or anything. But I never really do those that often. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching and have a good Halloween. See ya.